Okay, yeah. Let's do a Hexaghost run on Ascension 1. Glad to hear that, Nebula Purple. I do like these games. So... we can get a 3 elite path. If we go here, we have 1 elite very early, but I think the Hexaghost is capable of doing that with the Spirit Brand being a very powerful defensive effect. I'm gonna choose a rare card here. That could potentially define our deck. Well, while the 5th seal is good, I don't think we can start with that. Searing Wound. Let's build a Soulburn deck. That means we upgrade Seer first. What does Searing Wound upgrade to? It stops exhausting. That's gonna be important, but right now it's more important that we get better ways of applying Soulburn first, I would say. Oh no. Not these guys. That's actually quite scary. These have artifacts, so the Soulburn is gonna be much harder to apply. And our draw is pretty awkward. Okay, that's good. We need to kill one of them as soon as possible. Maybe we can kill the frontliner next turn? It's unlikely though. Ooh. Although... we can kill the backliner this turn. That's good. That's one of these guys down. It removes a lot of pressure. Let's advance. And defend and strike. Single strike kills the frontliner. Very nice. And we also got the artifact down on the middle one. Should be the last damage we take here. Should have started with the defend, then I could have activated this Ghost Flame right now. But it doesn't matter, we have the kill next turn, right? No actually, we don't. Oh, no we do, with the Ghost Flame. I forgot about that. Ice Cream. Energy is now conserved between turns. That makes Rain of Ember quite potent, but I really like Hexaghost as a defensive card. Just because of the afterlife. It's also just good if you play it with a block and drawing a card. And we will need some defense. And the Hexaghost doesn't have a ton of it. Oops. Rain of Embers. I think we can find other good Ghost Soulburn cards. Let's go with the Hexaghost. Cleric. We could remove or we could gain a bunch of souls. I do like the idea of removing a strike right now. Well, no, we should keep the strikes. We need some attacks to trigger our Ghost Flames. Because many of the Soulburn cards seem to be skills, or at least we only picked up skills for now. Or do we just go with 100 souls? No. I'm gonna partially defend. Sharpened Fragment. The Sharpened Fragment gives us a Crystal Sheath every turn. That's really good for this character. I hate to take 21 damage right before an elite, especially if I have no potions. But having an extra attack every turn gives us so much extra ability to ignite those ghost flames. I'm gonna try applying some Soulburn before we wake them up. And I don't want to burn the Hexaghost. Oh, this is a good start. Yeah, that was a good first turn. We keep the energy for the ice cream. We could have even we could have accumulated even more, but this is totally fine. I have to kill this enemy mostly with strikes now. I think it's time to let the Hexaghost burn out. This is the last turn we're gonna be in this combat. Nice! We took almost no damage this fight. Potion belt, very nice. I would like some potions to go along with that. First seal is nice to have some healing and a power in our deck to trigger the bolstering ghost flames sometimes. Yeah, I think we take it. It's basically self-repair. That's a decent card. Okay. I'm gonna keep the energy. So we got the kill anyways with the Ghost Flame. Soulburn. Force Seal, gain additional combat reward. Corporal, gain an intangible for 6 HP. Also retract. Does this upgrade too? Lose 3 HP. Guess that makes it a bit more useful. Right, this is not upgradable. Rain of Embers again. Do I want... I kinda want extra potions to fill up my potion slot. Oh no. I'm going down the seals path again. This is not good. Pocket Watch. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn. That's an interesting interaction with the ice cream. We can make liberal use of this if we want to. Although it works a bit against the Sharpened Fragment. But it's pretty good here. For example. Definitely play Seer. And I think Float. I think Crystal Shift Strike. Searing Wound should be played, that's a lot of damage. And then the first seal is more health than a single defend would heal us. So let's play that. And then we win. Okay. Got healed for 7 thanks to the first seal. Bag of Preparation. At the start of each combat draw 2 additional cards. And the Emerald Key. More seals? Do I want a third seal as well? No, I don't think I really want to go for the seals yet. Just want these two for the value they provide. Whenever you ignite a ghost flame, apply 3 Soulburn to a random enemy. I like the idea of that. That was a good start. Yeah, I can just play everything and let the Hexaghost defend me. Although I don't really need the Radiant Flame out. Ecto Cooler, choose one of 3 random ethereal cards. It costs 0 this turn. Skip a beat, Advancing Guard, Radiant Flame. I'll take an Advancing Guard. That's gonna help us move from Ghost Flame to Ghost Flame. I think we're not going to this merchant. So I'm gonna spend my souls for the 1 dex here. Float definitely needs an upgrade. What does Radiant Flame upgrade to? 5? Float and Searing Wound. These 2 definitely need an upgrade. But I can only get 1 of them done now. Before the boss fight. I think if we don't have Searing Wound upgraded in the boss fight, we might just lose. Let's search for some more cards. Maybe we can heal up in these combats even. Definitely want to play the first seal. Let's ignite the Ghost Flame. We don't have to play the Radiant Flame. I want to keep the Hexaghost around for a bit longer. And a single attack will win here. Actually, the Crystal Shift will win. Is there another seal in the deck? There isn't. Nice, we managed to heal up a bit, get some potions. If the enemy has Soulburn, apply 7 Soulburn. Apply 7 Soulburn. But also Living Bomb. Apply 5 Soulburn. The next time the target Soulburn detonates, it affects all enemies. Yeah, let's take Living Bomb. That gives us some AoE. Even though it's somewhat delayed, but still good. We do get a potion after this. But I'm gonna replace the smoke bomb, most likely. I'm gonna play the Radiant Flame. Trigger this Soul Flame this turn. There we go. Oh, did I miss out on the healing seal? I might even had that in hand. Whoops. Shield of the Night. I think we want some more damage, maybe. Ghost Slash, Instant Inferno. Instant Inferno isn't bad. It's also not that great. Kinda works with what we are doing. A bit. The seal was in my hand, whoops. My bad then. First seal should be played. We don't have another attack right now. Do I float first? I'll just let the Hexaghost defend us. Yeah, I don't think we are gonna let that Soulburn actually trigger. Cultist potion, nice. What do we remove here? Spiked energy drink because we don't have large high cost cards. Haunting echo, backtrack smash, backtrack smack, phantom cloak. I think we can give up some strength if we rely on Soulburn for our damage. And gaining 2 decks for 1 strength seems quite good. 3 decks on upgrade. I'll take that. Ooh. The purple fire spirits. Now I kinda wish I had taken the rare I turned down. You know what? That's a good time to get rid of a seal. And that will heal us quite significantly. Our potion slots are full. Let's get rid of this. Maybe that's not the best idea, but I don't want to have too many seals in my deck right now. Especially not in the boss fight. Well, we don't have great defense here. So I'm glad I kept the first seal around. Whoops. It seems like I split this enemy too early. Because now they lose the Soulburn. Whoops. That wasn't very smart. Might as well Searing Wound because I don't have to defend here. And then when we just trigger the Inferno Soul Flame. Okay. Seems like it wasn't a problem that I split the enemy too early. Still don't want the spiked energy drink. Here and now. We're not gonna rely on strength. We picked up the Dancing Guard and Hexaghost for defense. How good is Nightmare, guys? It doesn't seem that good. I mean, the Shadow guys is pretty good, but I think I'll skip. Defect. Uh-oh, defect. The defect is the dangerous one. Let's drink a cultist potion so we have some good scaling. We do heal to full after this fight anyway, so we don't need to play the first seal. I would like to play the Phantom Cloak. Gives us some nice extra defense. Radiant Flame Seer. That's float. One moment, please. Someone's. apparently nothing too relevant. My flatmate just wanted me to tell me something. Do I play the Hexaghost? Yes, no. I'll float first. See what I draw. I could lose the Hexaghost here. I don't want to. Can we apply some more Soulburn? Yes, we can easily. Let's float to see what we draw. Hexaghost is nice, that completely defends us. And then we play Searing Wound. Haven't taken damage yet. Definitely advance here. So we can ignite the Ghost Flame. 17 defense, that's not enough to completely block. Do we care? No. We need to put this enemy on a clock. Otherwise they will go crazy on their rebound streamline stuff. Yep, this is exactly what I'm worried about. We should play the Crystal Sheath after we ignited the Inferno Ghost Flame. Oh, that's too much damage to pass up. Yes, we are gonna take 18 damage here, but we win the fight the next turn. There we go. Defect down. And I think that's one of the scariest bosses. Time Warp. That's very good for activating Ghost Flame and Ghost Flames, and that's something we want to do. Time Warp plus the Sharpened Fragment means we can have almost no attacks in the deck and still ignite the basic Ghost Flames, the Soulburn one. Searing Ghost Flames, I think they're called. Very easily. I like the idea of that. Buster Crown, I don't think we can do that. Remove 2 cards. I think it's a tiny bowler hat. At the start of combat, add a Study the Spire card to your hand. It costs 0. Study the Spire is a very powerful effect. Gives us a set of boss cards. No, it gives us a boss card every turn from one boss for 3 turns. And those cards are gonna be 0 cost. So it gives us a lot of front loader power. I like the idea of starting here, an early merchant, and then go into 2 elites, or maybe an elite and a fire. This is pretty much the same thing, just with a little bit different order. And actually the later paths are better because there's a fire in addition to another elite. So let's start on the left here. I do want to recall the Ruby key eventually, but we still have some very urgent upgrading to do. Definitely want to study the Spire. We could Time Warp Crystal Sheath. Then float, defend Advancing Guard and play the first seal. How much defense is that? 15 plus 6. 21. So we would take 6. So Armorer's Tincture would prevent 6 this turn. I probably can achieve that with the with another potion just as well if I need to. Definitely advance. We could ignite another ghost flame. I'm gonna use the energy potion here. Automa Beam. Deal 19 damage to all enemies at the start of your next turn. Lose an energy. I guess that's good. Set up the Radiant Flame. De-energized. I think we can deal with that. Taking another 3 damage here. We heal most of it at the end of the fight anyways. This is almost enough to finish off the frontliner. There we go. Whoops. That wasn't the smartest move. But we have the kill. Explosive potion, sure. Phantom Fireball. If the enemy has Soulburn detonated, that's good. Game 5 block increased by Soulburn on all enemies. That's something I really want. I think I like it over Phantom Fireball. You wanna stack that Soulburn high before detonating it. Time Warp Crystal Sheath, let's advance as well. We studied the Spire. We won't get to the Bowstone and Ghost Flame anyways. Searing Flame to ignite and then set up the Phantom Cloak so we have an easier time defending. Gain 13 block, trigger all effects that happen at the start of your turn. We can use that to advance, I think. Let's try that. Oh, we triggered the pocket watch and the study time eater. But we didn't advance. No, advancing happens at the end of the turn, not at the start. That was still pretty worthwhile. Another manipulate time. Let's float to advance again. And we win. Still not interested in the spiked energy drink. Another Hexaghost, but also Burning Touch. If the enemy is Soulburn, gain 5 block. Oh, I think we want the straight up Soulburn damage output and Soul for defense some other way. Like with normal block cards, unconditional block cards, so to speak. Let's play the Radiant Flame. We can't advance this turn. We don't need the first seal here, I don't think. Let's go for damage instead. Yeah, I don't think I need to use potions necessarily here for damage. Definitely Time Warp. I mean, defensive stance has us covered. In terms of defense, so definitely advance. We don't need the Phantom Cloak out there, because we no longer need to defend against this enemy. They are done attacking. Face Slap removes all block, that's nice. Should have advanced first, but actually it doesn't really matter. Straw Seer, yes. That's pretty much what I was hoping to find here. If you're below half HP, gain 2 strength, clear all debuffs. We don't have any debuffs right now. And sure, let's gain the strength before we attack a couple of times. That was not a bad merchant fight. Crush. Replace the active Ghost Flame with a Crushing Ghost Flame. Deal damage, Soulburn if this card is exhausted. Take damage. Cards and Ghost Flames apply 2 more Soulburn. Tempting. Apotheosis. With how little upgrades we've got done so far, I really like the idea of including an Apotheosis in this deck. I'm gonna go with it. Can't afford anything else that way, but this should be a pretty nice power boost. Especially if we get it in our opening hand and can upgrade the Study the Spire. Let's float to advance. Let's stack the Soulburn on 1 target for the Living Bomb. In case we draw into that. Slime Boss. Slime Tackle, 20 damage and 3 damage to yourself. This is okay because we will heal most of that damage. Should have split the damage maybe, because I'm very likely to draw into a Living Bomb next turn. Goop Spray, 12 goop and some vulnerable to all enemies. There we go, that blows them all up. Nice. Love the Living Bomb. Reminds me a lot of Corpse Explosion from Silent. Nightmare Strike. Also, we have the question card, which gives us another card to choose from when choosing card rewards. Haunted Hand. All cards in your hand become ethereal. That's good. Draw 2 for 0. Upgrades to draw 3. I think that might be worth. Start with the Apotheosis. We have the Hexaghost defending us for 12. We have 6 block from the Spirit Brand. But we could instead play a real defend. And not trigger the Ghost Flame, so we don't take damage this turn. Which means we won't get a wound added to our deck. Wait! I know what happened here. Hexaghost, when it triggers its afterlife, will only give us the base block and will not account for the decks in the decks we currently have. Dark Void. Deal 16 damage to all enemies. The next time each enemy does not attack on their turn, gain 1 strength. This enemy sadly will always attack. So we can't trigger that against them. I want to draw into the float here. Let's advance. And let the others exhaust, that's fine. Another Dark Void, sure. I mean, the damage is substantial. And we advance, play the Seal to defend. There we go. That was a good boss fight, elite fight. Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. Fire potion over one of these. Guess over the explosive potion. A block for each ignited ghost flame, upgrade a random card in your hand. Well, we have Apotheosis, we don't need that. Do I take a Rain of Embers now? I still don't think I want it. Do like the idea of another advancing guard though. Molten Egg. Whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade it. That's nice. But we'll need the Sapphire Key eventually. Strike. And advance. Living Bomb. And Seer, I guess. We also definitely want to study the Spire. We study the Dono and Deca. Twin Beam. Seems reasonable. We won't be able to get a full defense here. Might as well apply the Soulburn then anyways. We can heal up the damage pretty easily. I've already played a boss card this turn. Have I? I haven't played a boss card this turn. Which would that be? I only played the Twin Beam in the first turn. Oh, does the Twin Beam's 8 damage at the start of your next turn count as playing a boss card? Well, I guess that's the only explanation. If so, that's very annoying. Back to full health. Flames from Beyond. Unplayable, ethereal, afterlife. Apply 18 Soulburn to all enemies at the start of your next turn. That's a lot of Soulburn for a single card that we don't have to pay energy for. I'll take it. Do want to break the Sapphire for the 10 extra max HP. And I definitely want to upgrade the Apotheosis. Crystal Shift. Strike. Can't even advance this turn. Also the heat shield in this hand. Well, I could use it for defense, so I don't lose it. But I don't think that's what I want to do here. I think I want to be more aggressive than that. The heat shield being ethereal is actually kind of an issue. What does it upgrade to? Can check here. Can we get rid of the ethereal? We can. We should do that pretty soon. Gain a strength. We might be able... Yeah, we will be able to ignite the bolstering ghost flame with that. We need 2 skills. It's gonna be defend... Wait, why did I play my attacks? No, that was so bad. That was... I will quickly reload this. I totally blanked out there. Spaced out and didn't do what I was supposed to do. Where did we play our attacks on? I probably should go on that target. I think we played it on the frontliner. So, we need to start with... Well, Time Warp we can play. Time Warp is fine. But then we need 2 skills. That's gonna be Burning Touch and Advancing Guard. I should also play the Last Stand. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna trigger the Ghost Flame with the first seal. That's decent defense, not quite as much as I would have liked, but we do get the healing after this fight, so... At least we have that going for us. Radiant Flame... this guy will blow up this turn. I want to keep the Advancing Guard around. And we apply a bunch of Soulburn to the Gremlin leader. Gain 1 strength if you are below half HP, heal 20 and gain 2 strength. Oh, that upgrades to heal 20 when we are below half. There we go. Singing Bowl. When adding cards into your deck, you may raise your max HP by 2 instead. Ghost Shield. Gift from Beyond. Power from Beyond. Gain an energy and draw a card next turn. Upgrades to draw 2 cards next turn. That's not bad, but it's also not that great. It delays our power, but it gains us some energy and an extra card for that. So it's okay. Whenever an ethereal card is exhausted, that's not that common in our deck, but it happens from time to time. I think I want the max HP. Ritual dagger. We could also ask for a cultist potion. Broken wing statue. We had a chance to pick that up earlier, but we decided to go for the sharpened fragment instead. A fatal permanently increased this card's damage by 3. We have a bit of a hard time killing enemies with that. So it's gonna be somewhat hard to increment, I think, because oftentimes we kill with giant burnout, not burnout, Soulburn damage. And that makes it impossible to reasonably use the ritual dagger. I'm gonna go for a cultist potion here. Okay. Time warp. Time warp crystal shift. And flow past that. Time warp. Burning touch. And we advance. And another time warp. We could get the heal. Definitely play the... Study the Spire. And yeah, the Hexaghost will give us an extra card for this turn. Definitely like the Apotheosis here. Advancing guard, so we can trigger the bolstering ghost flame with the defensive stance. And we should... No. Maybe we draw the living bomb, but maybe we draw the seer. We'll see. Drew into the seer. Not interested. I need to play the searing wound here. It's too much damage. Guess that thins out our deck. But maybe that's not a good thing. We have ice cream, we don't need to play that. We have another searing wound. We don't have a way to apply Soulburn before that. Do nothing. We would have had a way, it seems. Goodbye. Okay. Third seal? Not interested in that. Nightmare Strike, Phantom Fireball. That could be useful with the Living Bomb. I think that's the only card that interests me. I do like the idea of including a lantern. We have a very large hand on our first turn, so having an extra energy on our first turn would help us play that hand out. I'm also gonna go for a card removal on a strike. No, I need these in the first turn, especially. Although Phantom Fireball is another attack. I'm gonna take the Phantom Fireball as well. And move on. Let's go for a question mark over a fight. Ooh, bites. Yeah, sure. We have all our strikes still in the deck. So that's actually quite good. And I think we lose the Blood Vial instead of 25% max HP. So, we don't have an attack other than a Crystal Sheath. So I might as well advance first. Sear, Burning Touch, Searing Wound. I don't need to play the first seal, we are not damaged. And then 18 Soulburn to everyone. Awaken. When you would die, heal 10 HP instead. Well, that's pretty useless. And we win here. Haunted Hand, Rain of Ember, Nightmare Strike and Ghost Shield. I think that's a skip, although I could see an argument for the Ghost Shield. I don't think I want another Haunted Hand. Yeah, let's skip. The max HP is also useful. It's not that much, but still something. Should have waited with that. I mean, I don't have an advance anyways. But I could draw into one. Nope. Let's trigger this whole stack. And let's try to finish them off quickly. So we don't have to deal with all of their damage. Collect, 16 block, 1 strength, 1 dex. Very nice, but we can... Yeah, we can use that to ignite the bolstering ghost flame, but we have to waste the searing wound here. I'm okay with that. There we go. Heat shield hasn't been very important so far. There we go. Another upgraded advancing guard. Worthy sacrifice? No. That's the final one I'm gonna take. And I am gonna take it. Boss gained a doubt curse to gain souls which was used to buy a relic. I see. That's incoming 19 right now. I want to play the Phantom Cloak, even if that means I can't ignite this Soul Flame this turn. We might be able to. We might be able to, but we also might be able to do much more powerful stuff with this Echo form. Yeah, I think that gives me enough extra power that I don't need any other potions here. I could double up on the Radiant Flame. What happens if you double up on Awaken? Do you get more triggers on it or heal more? Well, we're not gonna find out this time. Radiant Flame? I probably... Do I trigger this Radiant Flame more than 5 times this combat? That could happen. I love the ×2 on top as a notifier that you have Echo Form active. Also, we have no defense in this hand and there's 21 incoming. I think that calls for an Armorer's Tincture. Awakening 10. Yeah, that seems like it would trigger once and heal more. If you were to get multiple of those. I just double played the Apotheosis, but that's fine. I just wanted to play it early. I should have played the core, because the upgrade only reduced the cost. Definitely Haunted Hand. Didn't draw into an attack. There's not a lot of incoming damage this turn. So I think we use Hexaghost to cover it. How do we apply Soulburn? Actually, that's quite easy. We use the crystal. I guess there was nothing else worth doubling up here anyways. Before we advance, I mean. Like, the order was too important to really care for the Echo Form. We do need to play this. It's ethereal right now as well, so we'll take some damage here. But it's no big deal. Let's trigger the Ghost Flame. Then we add the Wands. That doesn't really matter, but I just want the extra defense anyways. And it gives us a bit more flexibility with the Inferno Ghost Flame, so I guess there's that. Okay. I guess this is double Seer. Triggering the Inferno Ghost Flame, giving us back the Time Warp, and then we just win. We healed back to full HP anyways. Yay! Toasty, deal 40 damage. 14 damage, apply Soulburn equal to the unblocked damage dealt. Okay. Start of your turn, gain 1 intensity. Toasty is not bad. But it's not like we scale our strength or apply vulnerable, so it's only just gonna be the 14 damage and Soulburn. It's not even that great. I think I'll skip. Slaver's Collar, Velvet Choker, Philosopher's Stone. Well, this time we are getting energy for sure. How often are we choking? With the Time Warp? Sometimes. We might need the extra energy even in non-boss, non-elite combats. So that would be going for the Philosopher's Stone. That makes the bosses pretty scary. We will either fight the Watcher or the Ironclad. I think that's okay. For the final boss, the strength is not that important. Although the Watcher can do some scary stuff if we let them. But we won't let them. We need a couple fires here. We need to get the red Well, we need 2 fires basically. The red key. The ruby key. And the upgrades are not that important otherwise. So maybe we can go to the left path, get 3 elites. With the rest after the second one. That looks to be the best path. We also get a couple of question marks. And I feel like question marks are quite powerful in this expansion, this mod. I would like to upgrade the Phantom Cloak. Time Warp is not that necessary. Radiant Flame is not necessary. Living Bomb stops exhausting. That's nice. But Heat Shield stops being ethereal. So we can actually use it later in the fight. I'll go for a relic here. The Courier Merchant restocks cards, relics and potions. All prices are reduced by 20%. Glowing Tesseract. Do I want boss cards? There are a few that are good for us. I'll take the 10. Defensive mode, defensive stance, last stand, time ripple. Defensive mode is just a giant block. Defensive stance is a giant block and some block after that. But it's a bit more expensive. Upgrades to 20 and 5. Upgrades to 20. I don't think I'm interested in last stand. Or time ripple, really. Let's see what the others offer us. Oh, also we can always skip for max HP. Manipulate time is good. It triggers the pocket watch if we play it early in a turn. It also triggers the sharpened fragment again. It's actually quite solid. I think I'm gonna take that. These I'm not so happy about. I'll take the manipulate time here. That's definitely an interesting boss card. I also don't want too many boss cards in our deck because of the tiny bowler hat. And... oh, arrogance. You spite the godlike heart that controls this place, dictating your fate. It is time to take action. The Beyond is the least guarded of the Spire sections, and you are able to slip into its treasury with ease. There are many artifacts of power here, but one in particular speaks to you. A glowing pocket watch. With unyielding confidence you reach out and snatch a pocket watch. You spite the godlike heart that controls this place. Looks like we got caught in a trap there. Or something. We could gain seals here. Is there anything that really interests us at this point? I wouldn't mind getting the 4th seal, but the cultist potion, I'm not willing to give that up. I think we are going for this one merchant later and skip this one here. Time to recall, so we can break the seal on the next campfire, which will be our last chance. Time warp, crystal shift. Then we float. Time warp, defend. I should have played the radiant flame before all that. Advance again and another time warp. I'm not gonna advance the final time. Maybe I should have and played the seal to trigger the bolstering ghost flame. Yeah, that probably would have been worth. They're intangible this turn, which means they will pop out of intangible right when the Soulburn is about to expire. Let's play the Guardian well. advance. Let's play Hexaghost. Just for the draw. Not just for the draw, we also need the defense it provides. Don't wanna play Phantom Fireball. I'm gonna play these bites just for the healing. Ouch. Searing Wound, good to see you. Do I start with the Apotheosis? Yes. Almost done with the Nemesis, but they are intangible this turn. It's not a great turn to have heat shield. Maybe it is. Start with defensive mode. It's gonna give us a lot of extra block over this turn. I could manipulate time, but heat shield just fully defends us anyways, so I'll use the energy to heal actually. And then next turn we just win with pretty much any attack. Warpaint. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. Is there anything we want to pick up before that? Empowered Flame. Gain 3 intensity. That's tempting. There's also another Flames from Beyond. That's also a quite reasonable card. I'm gonna go with that. Living Bomb and Defend got upgraded. That's not bad. Pair. Raise your max HP by 10. Bite and Crystal Shift. That's 2 attacks. Then we advance. A Soulburn on that enemy sadly isn't useful at all. Because they will die next turn no matter what. They will sacrifice them in a giant attack. Trigger all effects that happen at the start of your turn. We are already past the Pocket Watch, so it's not gonna be that good for us. Play Haunted Hand. Well, we'll be playing it anyways. Because we don't have much else to do with the energy. And I mean it's... Oh right, it triggers the study. Guess we can't make use of that one then. 30 delayed flame. We do have the Phantom Fireball. That's nice. Probably... No, using it on the Raptormancer will... blow up the Living Bomb, so that's definitely what we should do. Did the 4 extra Soulburn from the Searing Ghost Flame not get detonated? I didn't quite see that. Yeah, can't say for sure. But I had the feeling we already have 49 Soulburn on them. What I would really like right now is a little bit of extra Soulburn applying cards. Just a few more. Bite, Face Slap. Face Slap Bite is actually the kill on that one. Can now advance. It's more damage even though we lose out a little bit of healing there. But that should be okay. First seal. And we float to nothing because we do have 2 attacks now. And then we defend with an advancing guard. Is that enough? That is definitely enough. Nice. And any attack will win, including the shift. I'm gonna heal though with the bite. So we heal to full. Ornamental Fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Yeah, another Burning Touch. That's pretty much what I wanted. And then we break the ruby so we can go to Niao. Let's also upgrade. Upgrade the Radiant Flame perhaps? No, the Phantom Cloak is more important. It's a lot of extra defense. It's basically a footwork plus. It costs us 1 strength, but still good. Crystal Shift, the only other attack we have is Bite. We do need some defense this turn anyways. Living Bomb is a skill. And we advance. No more attacks. Should have played Radiant Flame earlier. Hexaghost does defend us, so I'm just gonna use the... Yeah, I want the card. I want the card next turn. Well, would have been better to get it right away, but couldn't have known that. Twin Beam is 1 attack. Although the fact that we might now be unable to play a boss card next turn is a bit concerning. Let's play Haunted Hand. That wasn't nearly as much defense as I had hoped it would be. Now Donor's Power is still playable. It's not. Okay. It just appears to be. That's Apotheosis. Heat Shield is a lot of defense this turn. $94 block. Now we're matching Calipos. That gives us a power to trigger the Ghost Flame. Let's draw... Oops. Yeah, right. I forgot about that already. I wish we had a bit more defense. I probably shouldn't have played the Dekka's Protection or whatever it was called. That cost me a lot of health. Uh-oh. We might not have the kill here. No, we will have it. Inferno Ghost Flame will do it for us. Vajra started combat with 1 strength. I like that. Step through Living Bomb, Force Seal, Advancing Guard. Living Bomb is still useful, I think. It's a good way to apply a bit of Soulburn to an enemy that currently has none, so we can use our Burning Touches to increase that even further. That should be Time Warp. Crystal Shift first. On the Exploder. Wait, we need to advance. Before we Living Bomb, then Searing Wound. It's not a giant amount of damage, but It's relevant. And we should be able to heal up quite a bit in this fight. I want to draw. Want to see more bites. No bites? Fine then. Let's do this again. Green to first seal, that's nice. This guy has 5 thorns. So let's bite them. And maybe we can find even more bites. We can't. And let's end this. That was a decent amount of healing. Another Phantom Cloak. That's a lot of setup though, until we have those all online. But it also gives us a higher chance of drawing one early. I like the idea of that. Mummified Hand. We have a lot of powers in our deck. There's also another Searing Wound. We can't buy both Searing Wound and Mummified Hand. In fact, if we buy Mummified Hand, we have only 27 gold left. But I want it. I want it so much. We have quite a few powers. Mummified Hand being whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0 that turn. And not only do we have a lot of powers, we also always start with a power in our opening hand. So yeah, that's kind of good. Bite got made 0 cost. Let's play these. And let's Phantom Cloak before we advance. And I'll stay on this Ghost Flame for a bit. There we go. Regen Potion. Not bad. Ghost Shield should be active most of the time, but I think we have... Do we have enough defensive cards in the deck? Maybe not quite. Ghost Shield. We have Float. First Seal, the Hexaghost. We have a few ethereal cards, the Phantom Cloaks, and the Haunted Hand. I'm not convinced. Mostly I'm not convinced that we actually need it. Let's start with the Haunted Hand, hoping to draw Apotheosis. Let's float to advance. I'm gonna play these Phantom Cloaks before I play my skills. Just so we get a bit more defense out of them. His front Shawworm is going down pretty soon. Do I want to manipulate time here instead of playing the defensive stance? Not really. I should also trigger my Soul Flame first, then advance and then play the defensive stance. So we can trigger this Ghost Flame. I hope we draw a Living Bomb here. That will make things a lot easier. And we do. Let's use the Heat Shield for defense before we trigger this. Nice. Gambler's Brew. Happy to see that. That doesn't count as playing a power because Afterlife is not playing the card, it's only triggering its effects. Bright Ritual. Ethereal cards. We don't exhaust that many ethereal cards. Some, but not sure if that's something we really want, so I'm gonna skip. We have Apotheosis in our opening hand, which is always a pleasure. Should play the Radiant Flame here. That was nice. Face Slap and Bite. We'll trigger the Ghost Flame. But we just play everything, right? We don't have to. We have Ice Cream and Pocket Watch. I should, in fact, make sure we don't play everything when we don't need to. How many powers left in the deck? 3? It's a reasonable chance. Start with the float then. Hexaghost. Hey, that's a Phantom Cloak. Might as well Face Slap you and then trigger your Soulburn and... Oops. Should have applied the Soulburn before triggering it, obviously. Last Stand isn't that great. I think I'd rather manipulate time here. Is there anything I want to do before manipulating time? Nope. Start with that. Any way to advance? We have an advancing guard. Let's play it. We don't really need the Heat Shield right now. Let's buy more Soulburn. Might as well play the first seal just in case we take any damage later on in this fight. This is the last turn, huh? Well, we do have a Searing Wound, so... Let's float to advance. And see your Advancing Guard. And then finish this off with Searing Wound, Phantom Fireball. Yeah, these, the Soulburn does work. It's significant. Firestarter again, Nightmare Guy, Sword of the Night. I don't think we want any of those. Firestarter isn't terrible. But I still don't want it. I think we have enough Soulburn applying stuff in our deck. My hand is full. That's actually really annoying. Start by studying the Spire and then playing the Haunted hand. I made all these... Well, Ethereal Retain, I think that cancels out, so they... I mean, the Retain overrides the Ethereal, if I remember things correctly. Let's see what we draw with Float. If it's an attack, we stay, otherwise we advance. Definitely Living Bomb, Burning Touch. Might as well advance again so we can play another Time Warp to trigger the first application of the next Ghost Flame. Can I advance this turn? It doesn't look like we can. I don't really want to play the Phantom Fireball here. Enemy leaves their stance and removes all mantra from them. I guess we might as well. Doesn't make a huge difference. We don't need the extra defense, that's for sure, but... 4 mantra. I think we start with Radiant Flame. Incoming damage is pretty low still. Well, we didn't have a lot of debuffs on the enemy. It's not yet time to remove their mantra. They're pretty far away from entering Divinity still. And they are not doing a whole lot right now. I'm not gonna place many more debuffs on the enemy anyways. I should manipulate time before I trigger the pocket watch, before I get past the pocket watch. Oh, I played the Torchfire, I remember. Never mind then. We can always manipulate time at a later turn. Manipulate time at a later time. We don't need to play the Advancing Guard, but we might as well. Still no Divinity. '21 with the Brilliance. They will enter Divinity next turn. It says at the start of your turn gain 2 mantra, but it seems like it triggers at the start of my turn instead. So we can actually wait until they are in Divinity and then make them leave it. But that gives them extra energy, so... let's remove the mantra. Fasting, huh? We need another skill, that's gonna be Burning Touch. I wanna play the Defend as well. 21 block, that's exactly the number we need. Wallop. Even if they had entered Divinity here, that wouldn't have been too scary. I feel like this boss is way too easy for a third boss. Well, might as well advance to block the damage. I mean, the first boss hits harder than that. Well, they have another devotion, but they are so slow. So... let's advance first. I should have played the Time Warp, but not like that matters at all when we can just blow them up. Yeah, that fight felt so easy. Maybe give them some more upgraded cards. Or a few additional relics or something. I do like the idea of a Divinity Watcher being the final boss. Well, the final form of the Watcher. That is pretty cool. Divinity is very final boss-like. But yeah, they are way too slow, and we can just remove their mantra over and over again, so... Actually, wanna use Phantom Fireball here. I do wanna manipulate time, and I can't do that after I advancing guard. So let's do it now. Also, do it before the Study the Spire, so we don't miss out on a Study the Spire card. Nice. That was a good first turn. Not enough attacks in my hand. Shockwave them. Pretty much no damage incoming whatsoever. Ah! The an ethereal card. That's unfortunate. Can we play an attack and then advance easily? Attack, advance, power. For each debuff on the enemy. There's a few on there. 4 to be exact. Whoa! 1642. So that would go up to 28, and then yes. Yeah, it's correct. Just didn't expect to see the numbers being that high. We can float first. And we should. So we can also trigger this Ghost Flame before we Searing Wound for 91 damage. And we immediately apply a new Ghost Flame stack to them. Oh, the sadistic nature hit me there. Fight, first seal. Ah, the cost reduction is actually a problem here. Well, not like a big problem or anything like that, just... Oh no, we are fine, we have the time warp. We can still trigger the Ghost Flame. You're mine again. Be weak forever. And I think we should be able to kill here. There we go. Gambling chip, very nice. Combustive fluid, force ignite the active Ghost Flame 3 times. Let's get rid of the Blessing of the Forge for that. Incineration, that's not a bad amount of Soulburn. Deal 10 damage, after Soulburn detonates on this enemy, apply 18 Soulburn. I like that even more. Shop has Spectral Spark. Apply 6 Soulburn. If the active Ghost Flame is ignited, extinguish it and return this card to your hand. Ooh, that's juicy. There's also extra crispy. But I think our deck is just solid at the moment. I think we just remove another defend. And fight our final battle against Niao. Well, we get to do one more upgrade before that. Phantom Cloak, Living Bomb, Radiant Flame. One of these probably. Like the idea of the upgraded Radiant Flame. It's a decent amount of Soulburn over the course of that fight. So, we want 2 attacks, like a Crystal Shiv and a Bite would do it. Then we want something to advance, like an Advancing Guard, and 2 skills, like Seer. Searing Wound is better later, but it's still okay. I think I discard these. I think I keep the Searing Wound. Okay. And I guess we start out by studying the Spire. And then we go into our normal Soul Flame. No, Ignite. Definitely want the potion. I'm gonna use the Combustive Fluid to gain 3 strength from the Bolstering Ghost Flame. Duplication Potion, the Searing Wound. That's unnecessary. Here come the curses. We do not have the ability to advance here, but we don't really need it. A heat shield is defending us very well here. Do we have power we can play? We don't, so maybe we Haunted Hand first. Manipulate time to draw 3. Yep. That gives us the Apotheosis, very nice. But still no power. I guess we trigger the Ghost Flame 3 times. Can we advance? We can't. Everything here is already ethereal and we can only play a few of these. I don't want to draw into more cards that I can't play and make them ethereal. But we can use the Gambler's Brute to discard some of them. I kind of want to keep the Heat Metal around. And it's also a great turn to play it. The Hexaghost will defend us this turn. Well, we only need 1 more block anyways. I could discard a couple of these cards to keep them around, despite the Haunted, but I'm not going to. I'm fine with these cards burning out. The Atomic Beam is not that important. Mostly I'm sad about the Hexaghost, but well. Niao is buffing this turn. I would really love to be able to kill them right now. But it doesn't look like we are capable of that. What's actually left in our deck? How many attacks are there? Most importantly, only 2. I need to draw into 1 of them. I would like to play the Phantom Cloak. I don't need the Advancing Guard. Don't really need the Living Bomb. There we go. That's an attack. Play the Radiant Flame first. I do want to play both Phantom Cloaks as well. Two attacks, then float to advance. Well, guess they're getting their 6 strength. Definitely want to get the Bewildered out of my hand. That also triggers the Inferno. Very nice. That means I can Crystal Shift Bite. And then defend and Fireball is the kill. Is there a reason to play? Yeah, the Living Bomb is ethereal. There is a reason to play it. And these cursors are finally slowly starting to get out of my deck. Guess we float and stay in place. That's good enough. Heat Shield. I do want to get an Icky out of my deck, if I can. We don't have... No, we do have First Seal still in the deck, but... Can't play that right now. We are fully defended already, so I can just spend my energy getting rid of these Ickies. Heat Metal is nice here. We don't have defense this turn. Well, not a whole lot at least. We can take some damage, that's fine. We can easily heal that up with bites afterwards. We are gonna advance this turn. Immediately apply some Soulburn to Niao, that's good. We still have the duplication and the regen potion around. Seer, advance, and then trigger the next Ghost Flame as well. And they're buffing again. They're dealing a lot of damage with each attack now. That's scary. Should probably use the defend. Should have played the duplication potion on one of my powers, most likely. We can kill them this turn, right? At least Heat Shield will defend me. Now we get another curse. Icky. Icky is okay, I can deal with that. That's not too bad. I wanna finish them this turn. Definitely Time Warp. I think Searing Wound has to be part of it as well. Right, and now I can play attacks. Okay, silent. Let's ignite the Ghost Flame. That's always gonna happen. And we float to the next. We don't have defense again. It's time for the regen potion to kick in. I'm gonna deal as much damage as possible here. This is the most dangerous of the summoned bosses, so I'm okay burning some potions against them. Because they are very aggressive. We do have the Heat Shield defending us. Which we will need. They die to Soulburn this turn. Might as well kill them myself though. And let's advance to the Inferno Ghost Flame, even though we would have done so at the end of turn anyways. Well, we already have 20 strength. Good job, Cultist Potion. We have to play the Advancing Guard last. And I need one Crystal Shift to ignite the Ghost Flame afterwards. With the Time Warp. We just can't keep up with the damage they're dealing. But we might still be able to get through this fight. Flow to advance. I should have played the Time Warp. Not that it matters here. I want to heal. I'm fine with keeping a Crystal Shift in my deck now. Luckily the Watcher was pretty easy. No advancing here. Let's start with the advance. Heat Metal makes it easier to use a Phantom Fireball against them and still keep some Soulburn on them. We can heal up a bit and then kill them next turn. Can I use the Inferno? Yeah, I can use the Inferno against Niao. That's pretty easy to do. Do I have the Time Warp in my discard? I do. Nice. We don't need the Heat Shield right now. It would be a trigger. Fine. We have enough energy anyways. Advancing Guard. Time Warp. Heat Metal. We are almost fully defended here. Actually, we have the kill. We gained so much strength over this fight. Yeah, just killing them before they kill us. That worked out. That Niao fight was pretty scary this time around. I'm glad we had a pretty easy Watcher there. But by the time we fought Watcher, we were already so strong that the fight was over before they really had time to become dangerous, no matter which one we would face there. And a new unlock for the Hexaghost. We have Doomsday. The next time you ignite the Inferno Ghost Flame and all 6 Ghost Flames are ignited, take an extra turn. Wow, that's great. Yeah, the Cultist Potion was insane in that fight. We gained like 15 strength or something like that by the end of that fight. So yeah, that was on average like extra 7 damage per attack or something like that. Huge. Apocalypse Now. Ethereal, lose 6 HP, gain 2 energy. The Inferno Ghost Flame becomes active. So it becomes active, so we move over to it so we can trigger it then. That combos pretty well with Doomsday, I guess. No, we need all the 6 Ghost Flames ignited, so we basically have to go through the entire process. Unlimited power. Force ignite all Ghost Flames in order. Exhaust. 5 cost though. Interesting cards. Not sure how good they really are. I guess Doomsday is quite good. Unlimited power seems a bit hard to make work. But I guess if we can play it, that's 12 Soul Flame. Soulburn. 12 Soulburn. We gain 1 strength. 6 block. Another 6 block, obviously, from our relic. And then deal 4 damage 8 times. 32 damage. 32 damage, 12 ghost, 12 soul burn, 6 block and a strength for 5 energy. Could be worse. Could be worse. And then all the ghost flames are gonna be extinguished. Which can sometimes be positive, but usually isn't. Okay, that was a fun Hexaghost run. Yeah.